Well, this source close to A'ja Wilson is claiming they offered A'ja Wilson more money than Caitlin Clark to play in this league.
You come at the queen, you better not miss. But what happens when the queen goes after the rookie and ends up looking foolish? What happens when the biggest name in the league tries to put the new star in her place, and it blows up right away? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're breaking down one of the most heated, petty, and interesting storylines in the WNBA right now. A'ja Wilson versus Caitlin Clark. For months, people have tried to paint this as just competition, and vets welcoming her to the league. Let's be honest. We all saw the hard fouls. We all heard the little jabs in interviews. And we all witnessed the moment A'ja tried to embarrass Caitlin Clark, but instead ended up showing the world her own insecurity. This isn't only basketball. This is about power, money, and a league that's changing fast while some people don't want to accept it. A'ja is a two-time MVP, a champion, and the face of the Las Vegas Aces. When she took shots at Caitlin, she thought she was making a statement, reminding everyone whose league this is. But the backlash was loud, and Caitlin's answer on the court came quick. Felt like instant karma. Today we're breaking down exactly how it backfired, and why A'ja might have already hurt herself before this war even really started. Now let's set the stage because context matters. A'ja has been the standard for years. Her talent is real and her resume proves it. Then Caitlin Clark shows up, a rookie, and before she even plays one pro minute, she's already selling out arenas in a way other stars couldn't for years. She signs a massive Nike deal reported around $28 million, and it becomes a headline everywhere, even before A'ja gets her own signature shoe moment. You really think that didn't sting? You really think A'ja watching a 22-year-old from Iowa get the red carpet treatment didn't hit a nerve? Of course it did. And that frustration didn't stay hidden. First it showed up in subtle shots online about special treatment like charter flights and who gets what. Then it turned into bigger talk, including race, with the idea being pushed that Caitlin's popularity is mostly because she's white, while ignoring what fans actually see. Deep threes, big scoring games, and a style that grabs attention every night. But the real attempt to embarrass Caitlin wasn't just talk. It was the plan on the court. The message was simple. Bully the rookie, speed her up, expose her defense, and make her look overrated. The Aces wanted to trap her, hit her, and force ugly stat lines so they could say, "See? She's just hype." A'ja wanted that viral clip. The block, the bucket, the stare down, the moment that screams. There are levels to this. But here's the thing. That plan didn't land the way she expected, and that's where the backfire starts. And the backfire was nasty for A'ja, but perfect for Caitlin. Instead of looking like a calm legend teaching a rookie a lesson, A'ja and the Aces came off like they were locked in on Caitlin in a way that felt personal. The intensity was too high. The fouls were too loud. The focus was too obvious. Fans didn't see normal basketball. They saw veterans acting like a rookie had personally offended them just by being popular. And when you're the MVP, when you're supposed to be the best in the world, you shouldn't need to prove anything by going that hard at a rookie. Without meaning to, A'ja made Caitlin look bigger. Because you don't throw that kind of heat at someone you don't respect. You don't trap and foul a nobody like that. You do it to someone you're scared of. A'ja basically confirmed Caitlin's threat level by treating her like the main enemy. Now let's talk business because this is where it gets even worse for A'ja. If A'ja thought she could cool down Caitlin's hype and remind Nike and sponsors that she's the real superstar, it did the opposite. The more Caitlin gets targeted, the more her fan base rallies around her. It creates the cleanest storyline possible. Caitlin versus everybody. And that story sells. Every little shade moment makes people pay more attention. Every hard foul makes more people tune in. Every attempt to haze her spikes the conversation. A'ja tried to guard the gate, but she ended up giving Caitlin the keys. Look at how it looks. A'ja, a proven legend, starts to look bitter and stressed. Caitlin takes the hits, gets up and keeps playing. She isn't doing media beef. She isn't tweeting through it. She's just hooping. And that silence is a power move, because it makes A'ja look like she's fighting a one-sided battle. By not reacting, Caitlin is basically saying, "I'm here to play basketball. You're here to play drama." There was a moment that captured all of this. The first Aces versus Fever matchup. The hype was crazy. A'ja came out aggressive, trying to block everything and score every time. And yes, she got numbers because she's great. But the story after the game wasn't Aya is dominant. The story was, why are the Aces playing like it's Game 7 against a lottery team? It looked desperate. And even with all that pressure, Caitlyn still hit deep step-back threes and made those tight passes through traffic. When the dust settled, people weren't talking about Aya's greatness. They were talking about jealousy and hate. Aya wanted the headline to be Wilson Schools Clark. Instead, the headline became, why do WNBA vets look so insecure about Caitlin Clark? That's a major PR loss. Aya has built a brand around leadership and positivity, and suddenly she looked like the villain. Now add the shoe deal again because money is tied to this whole thing. When people heard Caitlyn was getting a signature deal right away, Aya's reactions online made it clear she felt disrespected. And to be fair, she has a point. Aya deserved a shoe earlier. But instead of aiming that anger at Nike or the system, it felt like she aimed it at Caitlyn. She tried to make Caitlyn seem like she didn't earn it. But the numbers don't support that argument. Ticket sales, TV ratings, merch, and attention all exploded because of Caitlyn. By attacking the deal, Aya didn't expose Caitlyn. She exposed the gap. Caitlyn is bringing in money and attention at a level that forces everyone to compare. And that comparison doesn't help Aya on the business side. It also made people realize something else. The league didn't market its own stars well for years, and now one rookie is making that impossible to ignore. There was also talk from the league about equity, and once that kind of information hits the internet, people run wild with it. A lot of folks started connecting dots, especially because another number 22 player people mention in these conversations is Aya Wilson. But the biggest danger for Aya is the new audience. The WNBA has loyal fans, but Caitlyn brought in millions of fresh ones. These people don't know the old history, the politics, or the behind-the-scenes stuff. They just see a rookie being targeted by angry veterans. And when you go after the fan favorite, you turn yourself into the enemy for the people who just showed up and are now driving the money. That's why social media started flipping with comments like, I used to like Aya, but this looks ugly. And, why is she acting so bitter? That's brand damage and it's hard to fix. The wild part is Aya could have played this perfectly. If she had welcomed Caitlyn publicly, showed love and said, let's grow this league together, she would have looked like the queen who leads the next era. She would have gained new fans and she likely would have sold more too, because when the league grows, everyone benefits. But she chose conflict. She chose the tough guy approach. And now she looks like the old guard trying to hold on to power while the spotlight is shifting. On the court, the embarrassment plan was also clear.
That has been the biggest thing, is speculation around if Caitlin Clark would be playing. The league also said that they would give her equity in the league. So from this note, the internet kind of ran wild with that, including myself, because another player who is also number 22, who a lot of people have also been speculating about, is A'ja Wilson.
Pick Caitlyn up full court, pressure her early, force turnovers, and make her look shaky handling the ball. And yes, Caitlyn had turnovers. She's a rookie point guard on a rough team, that's normal. But every time she broke the press, split two defenders, found an open teammate, or pulled up from deep, it made the strategy look like overkill. Because when you throw everything at one player and she still gives you points and assists, you didn't embarrass her. You proved she's real. And now even other players can see the backlash. The hate Caitlyn wave is starting to look bad for the league, and Aya is starting to look like the face of it. That matters because everyone's money is tied to the league's image right now. A new media rights deal is coming. League value is rising. Caitlyn's impact is a big reason why. So if vets look bitter and it turns off the new audience, that hurts everybody. Going after the biggest draw is like biting the hand that's about to raise salaries across the board. It's emotional, short-term thinking, and bad business. Caitlyn's response has been smart. She praises Aya in interviews, gives her respect, and stays focused. That contrast makes Aya's aggression look even worse, because it feels unprovoked and one-sided. It looks like Aya is fighting a ghost while Caitlyn keeps moving forward. So where do we go from here? The attempt to embarrass Caitlyn has failed. The welcome to the WNBA moments happened, and she's still standing. She's still starting. She's still filling arenas. The conversation has shifted from can Caitlyn survive? To why won't they let her live? Aya needs to pivot because right now every eye roll, every subtweet, and every little jab costs her respect. The truth is the spotlight is being shared now. That doesn't mean Aya isn't great. She's still an MVP-level star. But she isn't the only story anymore. And trying to humiliate the new story won't make you the main character again. Just makes you the villain. And in sports, villains usually lose in the end. Aya tried to win the public perception game through humiliation, and it blew up fast. Fans rallied behind the rookie, the numbers backed the rookie, and basketball stayed simple. The ball goes in the hoop. And as long as Caitlyn keeps hitting shots from ranges people aren't used to, no shade, no hard fouls, and no veteran pettiness is going to stop what's coming. What do you think? Did Aya go too far? Is it jealousy? Or is it just competitive fire that the media is making bigger than it is? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Is Caitlyn handling the hazing, or did Aya expose her? And if you enjoyed this breakdown, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next update in this WNBA war. Because this is not over. The playoffs are coming. And if these teams see each other again, it's going to be fireworks.